Any other public comments?
Can I comment on the public comments?
Yes, you may. You have the floor.
Thank you. I just want to clarify my position in this union field. There's a lot of talk out there today, and I know that I don't have to prove that most people in this audience, whether I care about youth sports or kids or whatever, I've always supported that baseball team before my son was involved. I still support that baseball team. I was out there 2 years ago. I was talking to Coach today when the Home Run Club, with their fundraisers, which myself and my family have always supported, and I helped lay sod in that field. And I didn't walk for 2 weeks after that day. I got there all day laying sod. So I don't need anybody to defend me about whether I care about the youth in our town. And Mrs. Baker, that's politics. That is exactly politics when people decide that they want to make it about something that isn't. To clarify a few of the items that came up while I was against Union Field, repair for last meeting. The original estimate we got from T&M was $35,000 and $8,900 for engineering costs. At that time, at that meeting, I had concerns of how we were going to fund that, and I asked how we were going to fund that. And the mayor responded back that she's looking into donations, and I appreciate that effort. And that's good. That changes the picture a whole lot. We have $25,000 of donations lined up. I also asked, and I still think that the school should be able to help us in this. The high school does play there. I think it's fair that they help us with repairs on that field as needed. And I asked her if she could reach out to the school board, and she said she would. When we came back to the next meeting, there were no donations, and the school board was not notified. So we're looking at $70,000 that I really don't think we can afford. $70,000. You know, at the end of the day, none of us up here put this town in the position we're in. None of us up here put the town in a position of $140 million in debt. We pay $10 million a year off our budget to pay debt pay. And I have that concern all the time. When I decide what we're going to spend money or what we're not going to spend money. That's part of the concern I have. I'm not going to apologize for that. That's our job up here. We're going to have differences of opinions on how we think and what we think are priorities and where our money should go. So that's a concern I have. You know, to put that in perspective, and I still think our public has a tough time putting their hands around that. And I hate beating the dead horse. But even if that was in half, if we only owed $70 million and our debt payment was $5 million, could we do a lot with that $5 million? And to put that in perspective, we'd still be $30 million more in debt than Washington Township. That's how much debt we have. It's a big anchor. It's hard for us to sit up here and make decisions every day, knowing that anchor is there, and it's not going away anytime soon. It's not. There's not any magical way to make that go away. I mean, we all want to do the same thing. We all care about the town. We want to bring businesses in, but businesses do look at our tax rate. And I said it up here before, and I'll say it again. We compete with the Logan townships and south of here, and your tax rate is considerably lower than us. So all that being said, I do appreciate after the last meeting, I know that Mr. Hanson reached out to the school board, and he got that ball rolling. And I do appreciate the mayor saying that we've got $25,000 in donations lined up. And I agree with you. I believe people that when they make that commitment, I believe them also. Since that meeting, I've reached out to a couple, and I don't have any definite. I had things that people said they would get back to us. So that being said, Mayor, I'm willing to work with this, but I can't approve a $70,000 resolution because I just don't think it's needed. So if you want to work with us here so we can make this happen, I'm yours. But if you're drawing a line and saying that we need a $70,000 emergency program, I just can't support it. Now, I do the math. I look at the math. The one bid, I still have a problem with the one bid coming in, but it is what it is, was $43,000 and change right now. I don't know what it was. And T&M needs $9,000 to handle that, the construction, maintenance, whatever. The other part of that engineering is coming from the $7,500 that he paid to go look at it, right? To do a structural integrity test, which, hey, correct me if I'm wrong, that first test you determined that it was structurally sound, correct? When you first looked at it?
When we first looked at it, we said that the foundations and the CMU walls were structurally sound. We said that there were safety issues as far as with the tripping hazards,
right,
etc.
Okay, so, and just to make sure that we kind of control our costs, I think that $7,500 should come out of the normal engineering line item in our budget, not from the capital.
But Jerry, do you understand? And again, I'll call on Mr. Khan, because the way this is written, it doesn't affect the tax rate. That's what I'm trying to do. These are excess funds that we're going to utilize to pay for this.
Well, it's not excess funds, Denise, but that capital fund's there for a reason, right? We have a lot of things that are on the horizon, and, you know, one thing, I don't know where we stand at, 100%. I think I know where we stand, but the county is changing the radio system this year, and it's going to happen by the end of the year. And the firefighters' portables and the police portables will not work with that new system. Now, as I understand it, the updates I got from the county, and Jim, you might be able to bring something to date on this, all the police radios will be replaced by the county. Is that true, Chief, Jim? Is that? Yep. Okay, so I also know that that's not true for the firefighters. They get a certain set of radios per truck, and it's less than they have now. And there's nothing we can do about it. The county's decided, has something to do with FCC rules. But those portables are $3,500 each. And those portables are a lifeline. Yeah, maybe I'm passionate about it, maybe I'm biased because I'm a fireman, but I know what that portable does. And we're going to have to make that difference up. So the capital fund is there for multiple reasons. I understand your thinking, but it's there for multiple reasons. It's in there. I think we have 105 or 115,000 up in there, if I remember correctly. So I'm just asking you to work with me.